Okay, all right, time for the salad. Love the idea of something really summery. The fennel and its licoricey flavor works so well with the daisy. To make a salad using a little bit of shaved fennel, I think is going to be perfect on a hot day like today's. So the big thing about the fennel is I want to make sure that it's super thin. Otherwise it's going to have too much flavor, too much bite. The fennel provides just a nice little licoricey tone, which I think accentuates the slight licoricey tone of the daisy. I'm going to need some salt, some olive oil, and some lemon juice. Let me get my fingers in there. Why not? Sounds good. That can sit for a bit. Time to blanch some milkweed. This is looking really good coming out of the water. The colors are just so vivid. I think some of these tall blue lettuce buds are going to be a nice little asset to the salad. So the trick is how much to use. I mean, it's kind of a spicy green, which I think is super playful. And I think I'm just going to garnish the salad with some full daisy blossoms. The first thing I need to do is I have to take these morel mushrooms, which we dehydrated when they were in season, and I have to refresh them. Now the big thing with refreshing mushrooms, you don't hit them with really hot water, hit them with a cooler water. So I'm thinking a risotto for this first course, knowing that there's flavor in the resin, which is completely delicious, and plus I already have some of the flavor of the needles as they've been reconstituting in this jar that Les gave me. Should make a really easy job of getting some flavor of the Douglas fir tree into something very familiar. Yeah, what the heck. The rehydration liquid from the Douglas fir needles already on its own has a lot of aromatic quality. That is a win. Start cold, light simmer, and just let it steep like a tea. I'm using the charcoal to build a smoker.
Right, how we doing?
Check this out. These are zucchini from the garden. And can you smell that?
Oh yeah, I can. You're smoking them?
I know.
I didn't expect yeah, blowing my mind. I was expecting to see liquid and all sorts of things down here. That's amazing. Wow.
Like even taking these away from it, they smell.
Ah, yeah.
I can't even describe it.
I've never even seen this before, like done this way. That's great.
So you gotta check this out.
Are we coming here?
Yep, go to that pot.
Okay.
Pay attention to what it does to your taste buds.
Okay.
And where you taste it on your taste buds.
Do I cool it down?
If you want. If not, doesn't matter.
It's its own thing. It's a flavor. It's definitely, I've got the flavor. I just can't describe it.
Yeah. What is that?
Minty-ish, grapefruity-ish.
There's an earthy tone to it
See
on my
now,
palate.
and I know this is a cliche, but it tastes like the forest.
It does taste like forest.
In a good way.
It smells like the forest. You can use the back of this ladle just to squish that in.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay, Chef Paul. I've been whisking for years. Advice on whisking?
I will make it so it's easier. I'll show you a technique.
Okay, yes, please.
I hold it between my thumb and my index finger. And I let my wrist do it. Let the length of the whisk work for you. That way your movements in the hand are minimal. If you're doing something like egg whites, you do the same sort of thing, sort of a figure-8 move.
Figure-8 move, okay.
And then here's the big technique. Start incorporating air. So a circular motion.
Get some air into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Haha, whisking lessons from a master. I might actually let you survive next time I take you out in the woods. I think I've got this at a beautiful, beautiful state. Two things. I don't know if it's going to stay like this or if it will turn back into liquid. I have this much again I can still make up, but I thought, why don't we do the test?
Okay.
All right.
We've got a spoon right here for you.
Yeah, let's do a taste test. You first. We'll see the reaction. Don't say anything.
What a difference.
Woo!
It's like
I love when my cheeks go like this. Wow.
you're alive.
What do you think? What do you think?
Adding the air to it softened it.
Okay.
So to me, it's about half as strong, half as potent as it was before.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever done to wild food. That's just great.
That is crazy. I want to do a play on Béarnaise sauce, a hollandaise type sauce that has tarragon. Instead of using tarragon, I plan on using the daisy leaf. What's really important for this step is to take a little bit of the vinegar and the daisy leaves, heat them up in a pan, reduce the vinegar so it's not all that acidic. Time to experiment with these really bitter leaves. My hope is that charring them will counterbalance the flavor of the bitterness with bitterness. So it's time to make the hollandaise sauce now. 8 yolks, some white wine to provide some acid. I whisk them so they're smooth. A little on the heat, a little off the heat, back and forth. All right, butter time. And a splash of something spicy. And some lemon juice. The daisy leaves reminded me of tarragon, and tarragon reminded me of Béarnaise, and Béarnaise is a classic sauce for steak. The daisy leaf white wine reduction has now been added to the hollandaise. That works. It's good. Salt is wet. These are big steaks. They're going to take a little while to cook. The doneness of steak is so much a personal preference. And I think it's really kind of important to touch the meat, to know how the meat feels before you cook it. And it does take practice. But feel the meat with your fingers. It will firm up. It will tighten up. You'll be able to tell when it's getting closer to a well-done, versus a blue rare. Oh, that's a beautiful steak. Okay, I want to hold these steaks someplace warm and let them rest. And the star of the show is the tall blue lettuce. A little bit of oil. Let's just try that directly on the coals. That's what I'm looking for. Get some char flavor there.